Let's get you the update straight up when it comes to Aaftab Poonawalla in the Shraddha murder case. Now, the polygraphy test that is currently underway at the Delhi's FSL lab. Now, meanwhile, we are also picking up as far as the investigation is concerned, because there is a Gujarat link as well, where a Gujarat police has nabbed Aaftab's alleged drug dealer Faisal Momin during a drug bust that happened in Surat. Now, what is being said as far as Shraddha and Aaftab's common friends are concerned, saying that Aaftab sometimes also indulged in taking drugs. Now, this is a drug angle too that is being investigated. There is a direct Surat link from Gujarat that has now been suspected as far as this drug peddler is concerned. He allegedly supplied drugs to Aftab. He also stayed in the same locality as that of Aftab in Vasai West. Now, Faisal and Aftab have many friends in common as well. Gujarat police now, we are told, will be going through the call records and the details of Faisal to find out if Aftab was in touch with him. And many friends of Aftab and Shraddha have said in the past that Aftab allegedly used to consume drugs. So as far as the drug angle is also concerned, that is also being investigated on part of the police. We have Akansha joining us live from Delhi as well, when we have the report suggesting on the polygraph test and the many tests that are also taken up as far as the polygraph test is concerned. We are told that the narco analysis test will be conducted on Monday itself. So this is a series of tests, as the tests still haven't been completed. Today is yet another attempt of completing the polygraph test and how it is exactly conducted. We're showing you the details of how exactly it is a physiological test that is conducted when it comes to skin conductivity, when it comes to respiratory and blood pressure, and the behavioral patterns that are taken into note as far as the lie detector or the polygraph test is concerned. That is something that is taking place today. We are getting all those reports from the FSL lab. But when it comes to the narco analysis test, that is also being said that will be conducted soon, right after the polygraph test is conducted, because it took a certain amount of time and a delay on conducting the polygraph test on Aftab. Akansha, if you can hear me, what is the situation as of now? Has the test started?
Well, absolutely. He was taken inside just 1 hour ago, and the test has started now. The test is underway right now, even as we're speaking. Last week, it could not be completed. Let me first of all show you the visuals from right outside the forensic science lab here in Rohini. This, as you can see, is the police van in which Aaftab Poonawalla had arrived here at the FSL from the Har jail, where he's been kept in a separate cell. Now, the polygraph test is currently underway, and last week it could not be completed because he was sneezing and coughing continuously, due to which his parameters could not be monitored properly by the experts here. But today it is happening for the fourth time, we can say that, and he's been asked a question related to his bond with Shraddha, what really triggered him to kill her, what happened on May 18th, where is the murder weapon, and also pieces of Shraddha's body. And we've been told from our sources that he's answering very confidently. He's trying to remain calm and composed, and also when he's asked any tricky question, he's speaking in English. So right now the test is underway here in the national capital.
All right, Akansha, please to stay on with us. As far as the delay that has taken place so far in conducting the test, let's take us through what has happened previously with Aftab, because unsatisfactory responses from Aftab that has been received so far. This is the second polygraph session that is taking place. What do we know so far? It is not just as far as the motive is concerned behind Shraddha's murder. That is something that the police are yet to pinpoint. And what are the indications, really the circumstances that led to Aftab taking such an extreme step? So unsatisfactory responses from Aftab that has been received so far. Let's build that on when it comes to giving answers of tricky questions in English. That is just what Akansha has mentioned. He is fluent in English. He has been responding to the police and their questions in English. Aftab has been confidently giving the answers. So one of the patterns, behavioral patterns, that are also taken into note is the kind of body language and what really is in the way that Aftab seems to be responding to those questions. Started coughing, and electrodes were also attached to the body. So as far as the first round is concerned, that could not be completed as far as the polygraph test is concerned, because he was not feeling well, and due to his coughing the readings were haywire. So it is something becomes all the more difficult to read, go through all of those reports, and the Delhi police is not much hopeful when it comes to a conclusive results, because they are time and again hoping with not just the polygraph test but also with the narco analysis test, though however not admissible in court will actually give them a key point, a lead in the investigation as far as the motive of the murder is concerned, what weapons were used, where he hid those weapons, where did he hide all of the body parts of Shraddha, and what really happened after the murder. All of these also point out to the certain motive that led to Aaftab taking that extreme step. Let's take out another breaking update for our viewers. So the inside scoop that we are picking up of Shraddha murder case as far as the boost for identifying the body parts of Shraddha, we are told that hair could have been a point of identification, and the DNA analysis as well, because that is taking time. From the father's point of view, where the samples we are told have already been connected. But when it comes to the certain angles as far as matching the DNA profiling with the hair that has been recovered from the ridge area, we have Priyank with us right now. Priyank, so far, the DNA identification, we are told, will it take more time or are we awaiting the reports yet?
See, what sources have been suggesting it to us that the police is about to receive the DNA sample report because the initial part of the DNA has sampling to be matched with Shraddha Walker has already been completed. But we are talking about the sample which have been collected from the forest area, which was of the hair which was recovered on the identification of the Aaftab Poonawalla. On the other side, we know that the hairs can be, cut even if the person is alive. That's why the police is waiting for the DNA samples to be matched with the bone samples, because the process of extracting DNA is taking time, because we are talking about bone samples which were found in the forest area. They were not clean, so the cleaning of the bones is taking time. Although the moment the bone DNA will be extracted by the forensic expert, it will hardly take 1 or 2 days of time period for them to come out with a conclusive report. But during the course of investigation, it has been suggested that there was a major loophole and laxness in the theory of Maharashtra police, because if you remember, Amita, the first complaint from the family side was given to the Vasai police station, Vasai police on the 12th of October, and Aftab Poonawalla was called in for the questioning on the 28th. He joined the investigation on 23rd. And what Delhi police have been suggesting, that during the course of traveling in Mumbai, he threw all these mobile handset of Shraddha Walker, which he was using earlier before the complaint was given to the Maharashtra police. So nothing was done from Maharashtra police side. Probably that has taken so much of delay also, which has led to this kind of robust process of Delhi police, the extensive process to gather more and more evidences. So there was certainly a laxity from the Vasai police side, but now everything is dependent on the forensic experts, their opinion, their lab reports. Delhi police have been suggesting that they have recovered around 80% of the evidences, but these evidences should be matched with the accused, and the crime and the victim is certainly something which will take some more time. So it's a process.
Statement of 50 police related to the case have been recorded till now. Few of them are also said to be being reported. But as far as the polygraph test on Aftab is concerned, that is still taking place at the FSL lab there in Rohini. And even when it comes to the DNA profiling and matching, that report is also awaited on the same, if there is a 100% match or not. Priyank and Akansha, for the moment, thanks very much for joining in.